Our last speaker today is Terry Werner. He's the Executive Director of the Nebraska chapter of the National Association of Social Workers and former Lincoln City Council member.
Thank you, Mark. As you just heard, billions of our tax dollars are going for redundant military spending. In a time of high unemployment, years of recession, and local governmental budget deficits, we must re-examine our priorities. This spending directly affects our quality of life. The decision not to cut military spending has serious consequences on individuals and families in Nebraska. As a Lincoln City Council person, I spoke out against the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. I said that these decisions would affect our city and make us not safer. According to the National Priorities Project, those wars have cost the state of Nebraska over $8 billion and the city of Lincoln over $1 billion. If our priorities were different, think of what this could have done for our local economies. Instead, Nebraska has over 200,000 people living in poverty and 1,000 more who would be considered the working poor. Between 2000 and 2009, Nebraska's child poverty rate went from 10% to 15.2%. 31,000 of Nebraska's children have no health insurance. Counties and towns across Nebraska can no longer provide basic services, forcing increases in fees and property taxes. And after this legislative session, things are only going to get worse for Nebraska citizens. The legislature has already advanced the bill to eliminate state aid to cities and counties, saying that it is a minor piece of their budgets. However, Lincoln Mayor Chris Beitler disputed that claim by saying the legislature's cuts to cities, including cuts on the use of occupation taxes, are the equivalent of a 20% property tax increase for Lincolnites. The legislature is looking to cut provider rates to Medicaid, affecting access to services to our most vulnerable citizens. Already, the Lancaster County Mental Health Center has cut staff that provides needed services to the mentally ill and homeless. Draconian cuts to education will dramatically affect property tax rates, but more importantly, affect the future of our children and our state. Cuts to prenatal care for women have resulted in in utero deaths of babies in Columbus. The legislature has taken aim at working men and women, blaming them for both state and local budget deficits, further eroding away the middle class and economic stability. We must bear responsibility for the social injustice travesties that our military expenditures have created. The excessive money that is going to the military could instead go towards the many budget deficits that our state, counties, and cities now face. The huge expenditures to the military threaten our basic standard of living and our quality of life. Thank you very much.